So in Let's Discuss, we are going to learn more about equations, okay? So an equation is a mathematical sentence that says two algebraic expressions are equal. So an equation is something that's two algebraic expressions. There's one algebraic expression and there's another algebraic expression, and those two things are equal. Okay, so that's called equation. So let's look at some examples. So what are some examples here? So let's see. 3x minus 2 is equal to 8 minus x. That's an example of linear equation with one unknown. Unknown is this x right here, this variable. Okay, what about another example? 4x plus 1 is equal to y minus 3. This is an example of linear equation with two unknowns. There's one x right here and there's y right here. So we have two variables that we don't know. Okay, and in the book it says it explains equivalent equations. So what is that equivalent equation? So what's that? Let's see. 2 plus x is equal to 5. That's an equation, right? Just an equation with one unknown. And 4 plus 2x is equal to 10. See, this is another equation, right? But if you look at it closely, if you multiply this equation by 2, if you multiply this whole equation by 2, then you get this, right? 2 times 2 is 4, x times 2 is 2x, 5 times 2 is 10. So an equivalent equation, it's something that if you multiply by a number, then you get. So basically those two things are the same thing, right? Yeah, so those are this is an example of equivalent equation. Okay, so remember, when you have two algebraic expressions that are equal, and then we have an equation. So an equation employs an equal to sign. So an equation must have this kind of sign right here. Okay, this equal sign, right? So now let's move on to some sections that we solve some questions. Okay.